KTM 500 Exc-F 2018, 10,129 miles on it right now. We're in the beautiful Nebraska National Forest. We just had a group ride here and everybody's leaving on a Sunday. And there it is. It's going to be a 10,000 mile review on the EXC 500. Hello everybody. The Sand Napa is here with a 2018 KTM 500 Exc-F 10,000 mile review. I think it has 320 miles on it. The helmet, I've had numerous riding friends tell me that I was much more attractive with my helmet on, so please leave it on in the video, so it's on. It's been a great bike. I'm going to go through all the modifications and explain the good and the bad, and there really hasn't been any ugly. It's been an excellent bike. All right, so we'll go through the let's go through the modifications on the KTM 500 Exc-F 10,000 mile review. We'll start up front. Right now I'm running the Golden Tire Fatty front tire. I do have some fork seal guards on there, seal savers. Those have worked excellent. I have Pro Bend Cyclops bark busters, double take mirror, stock headlight, stock blinkers on the front. I did put some different graphics on because I am the Sand Napper, so I wanted some sand colored graphics. I got a seat concept seat, a sick ass tail tidy. I used to have blinkers mounted, they got ripped off. This bike I just got back from Halsey 2 weeks ago, and then I rode just north of town, so I haven't cleaned it up. This is the real deal, the 10,000 mile bike. 10,206 miles on it, 323 hours. So I got an Enduro Engineering skid plate that I have modified so that I can change the oil filter without taking it off. I currently have a 13 tooth front and a 51 tooth rear. I like that for sand riding out at Halsey National Forest and McKelvey National Forest. I also have an Enduro Engineering, I don't know what you call that, case saver, aftermarket kickstand. I have currently on the rear, I have a IRC M5B tire that I recently cut with a knobby knife. It works great in the sand. When I'm not in the sand, I like to use Trackmaster 2. I did the end cap, different end cap. Under here is a Vortex, and in the air box I pulled out the reeds. Has gobs of power, I love it. I also removed the air pump and replaced it with a plug in the motor. If you don't do that, it backfires. Other than that, oh, I also have an IMS 3.2 gallon tank. So, the problems I've had with it. The first problem I had was the battery ground cable came loose, and the bike wouldn't intermittently run. I moved the cable to another area, into an aluminum plate, and it's worked fine ever since. The second problem I had is I crashed and packed this kill switch full of mud, and it was just barely like that much. It wouldn't go all the way down, just barely like that, and it wouldn't start until that took me like 2 days to figure out that was a problem. I thought it was a fuel pump or something like that. And then the third problem I had was inside the air box here. There is a for the key, there is a wire loop, and the wires wore through, and that stranded me. Luckily, we got it back here, and I had a key delete, which cost $6, and I snapped that in there, and I haven't used a key since. I really like no key. So overall, I've had 3 problems. 1 was mud packed in the kill switch. 2 was a loose battery ground cable. And 3 was some wires wore through on the key switch in the airbox. Other than that, I think I'm on my 4th front tire, and I'm on my 7th rear tire. This set of sprockets is getting changed after I ride at McKelvey National Forest at the beginning of June. I'm going to go back to a 14 front, 52 rear. That is my preferred dual sport. I believe I'm on my 3rd front sprocket and my 3rd rear sprocket and my 3rd chain. As far as mileage, if I'm dual sporting, I would say I get 45 to 50 miles a gallon. Riding sand, deep, loose sand, I get 35 to 38 miles a gallon. The 10,000 miles, when I'm here in Nebraska, the vast majority of the time I ride sand. I've ridden it around 1,000 miles of the Black Hills, 500 miles in Kansas, in central Kansas, and in eastern Kansas. I think that's it. It's been a great bike. It's the first street legal bike I have ever owned. And I am not a bleed orange KTM guy. I've seen others, but after this one so far, I can't say that anything bad about it, other than the expense of the Vortex, and desmogging it was easy. The Vortex was the expense, the $800 for the Vortex. But that's, I guess, the price you have to pay to have a 50 street legal. Valves. I have checked the valves. I don't check them as much as they say to do in the manual. I check them every winter. I have yet to adjust any, although the exhaust valve on the opposite side from where I'm standing this last winter was right at the spec at being too far open. So I'm anticipating having to adjust that for sure this winter. It's a great bike. It's changed my life as far as my health and my happiness. It's been a great bike.